True power begins the moment you turn your gaze inward and commit yourself fully to the pursuit of mastering your own life. In a world designed to distract you, to pull your attention outward toward validation, drama, and endless noise, choosing to focus on you is the ultimate act of rebellion and strength. This is not selfishness, it is self-mastery. It is the stoic path where clarity replaces chaos, where discipline silences doubt, and where your energy no longer leaks into things beyond your control. To focus on yourself means to stop giving away your power to external forces, to stop measuring your worth by others' opinions, and to become the unshakable center in a sea of uncertainty. It is here, in this space of relentless self-focus, that you build the fortress of your mind, sharpen your purpose, and reclaim the freedom that comes from knowing who you truly are, independent, sovereign, and unstoppable. This video will take you deep into why focusing on you is the foundation of all strength, how to protect your mind and time like a warrior, and how to live a life defined not by circumstance, but by your own unwavering presence. If you are ready to stop drifting, stop reacting, and start building a life of deliberate power, then this is your call to action. Focusing on yourself is the ultimate power move because it shifts your entire life's energy from chaos to control, from reaction to intentional action. When you redirect your attention inward, you stop wasting precious time and emotion chasing illusions, people's approval, or fleeting distractions, and instead invest in what truly matters: your growth, your mindset, your resilience. This focus is not a passive state. It's a fierce commitment to becoming the architect of your own reality, where you build strength by mastering your thoughts, habits, and emotions. The world will always try to pull you outward, demanding your energy for drama, comparison, or validation. But those forces are illusions designed to keep you weak and dependent. By choosing to focus on yourself, you reclaim your freedom from external influence and build an unshakable foundation that no circumstance can crumble. This is the path of the modern stoic warrior, unyielding, self-reliant, and relentlessly disciplined. It means learning to listen deeply to your own inner voice rather than the noise around you, prioritizing your long-term vision over short-term gratification, and treating every distraction as a test of your resolve. When you make yourself the priority, you set a standard for your life that others must respect or step aside. This focus transforms you from a passive actor in your own story into the deliberate author, writing chapters defined by clarity, strength, and relentless progress. The illusion of external validation is one of the most insidious traps that keeps people enslaved to others' opinions, endlessly seeking approval while sacrificing their peace and power. When you chase validation from outside sources, whether it's social media likes, praise from others, or the approval of those who may not even truly know you, you give away your sovereignty. This dependence on external affirmation creates a fragile identity built on shifting sands, leaving you vulnerable to rejection, manipulation, and emotional turmoil. True strength comes from breaking free of this illusion and understanding that no one else's opinion can define your worth or dictate your path unless you allow it. The stoic warrior recognizes that validation must come from within, through mastery of self, consistent action toward goals, and an unwavering belief in one's own value independent of others. This internal validation is unshakable because it is rooted in reality, not in the fluctuating moods or judgments of others. When you release the need for external approval, your focus sharpens, your confidence deepens, and your mental energy is freed to build something real and lasting. The moment you stop measuring yourself against others or seeking permission to be who you are, you step into true freedom, a state where your actions are guided by your values and your peace is no longer hostage to outside forces. Breaking the chains of external validation is the gateway to a life where your power is yours alone, unborrowed and unstoppable. Emotional detachment from outcomes is a cornerstone of true focus and freedom. It is the practice of committing fully to your goals, actions, and growth without tying your self-worth or happiness to how others respond or how situations unfold. When you cling to specific results or depend on external validation, you hand over control of your emotional state to forces beyond your influence, setting yourself up for frustration, anxiety, and disappointment. The Stoic mindset teaches that your power lies not in controlling outcomes, which are often unpredictable, but in controlling your intentions, efforts, and attitude. By detaching emotionally from results, you become like a skilled archer who focuses solely on drawing the bow with precision, leaving the flight of the arrow to fate. This detachment doesn't mean apathy or passivity. It means embracing action with full presence while accepting whatever the universe delivers without resistance or despair. When you master this balance, your energy is no longer wasted on worry or second-guessing. Instead, it flows directly into the work, the discipline, and the steady pursuit of excellence. This freedom from outcome dependency builds resilience, because setbacks no longer shake your core and success doesn't inflate your ego beyond control. Detachment creates the space where clarity and calm thrive, allowing you to navigate life with steady focus and unwavering resolve. It is here, in the absence of emotional entanglement with results, that your power to create lasting change is born. Building daily rituals that anchor you is essential to sustaining focus and forging the discipline necessary for self-mastery. The human mind craves structure. Without it, chaos and distraction infiltrate your day, fragmenting your attention and draining your willpower. Stoic philosophy teaches that greatness is not a product of random bursts of motivation, but the result of consistent, deliberate action rooted in habit. By creating rituals, whether it's morning meditation, journaling, focused work blocks, or physical training, you lay down a framework that supports your mental clarity and emotional resilience. These rituals act like anchors in a storm, grounding you when external pressures threaten to pull you off course. They are not mere tasks, they are declarations of your priorities, signals to your mind and body that your growth matters above fleeting impulses or distractions. Over time, these daily practices build momentum, turning discipline into effortless flow and turning small wins into significant transformation. The power of rituals is that they automate focus, removing the need to constantly decide what to do next, thus preserving your mental energy for challenges that require creativity and problem-solving. A warrior who respects his rituals respects himself. They show up day after day, regardless of mood, external chaos, or temptation. This steadfastness cultivates inner peace, sharpens your will, and creates a fortress around your mind where distractions cannot penetrate. When you prioritize and protect your daily rituals, you build the unbreakable foundation from which true focus and success arise. Guarding your time like a warrior is one of the most vital practices for maintaining focus and protecting your energy in a world engineered to distract you and consume you. Time is your most precious resource. Once spent, it can never be reclaimed. And how you choose to use it defines the trajectory of your life. The Stoic warrior understands that indiscriminate availability is a weakness. Saying yes to everything and everyone is the quickest path to depletion, scattered attention, and lost potential. To guard your time means to set ruthless boundaries around your day, eliminating distractions, unnecessary commitments, and toxic influences that drain your mental and emotional reserves. It means becoming vigilant about what you allow into your space, whether it's the people you engage with, the media you consume, or the habits you entertain, and cutting away anything that does not serve your highest purpose. This is not about isolation, but about clarity and sovereignty, choosing what deserves your attention with the precision of a warrior selecting targets. When you fiercely protect your time, you reclaim control over your focus and energy, channeling them toward what truly moves the needle in your life. This mindset requires saying no without guilt, walking away from distractions without hesitation, and embracing solitude when necessary to recharge and reflect. Guarding your time is an act of self-respect and strategic power. It signals that you are the master of your own life, unwilling to trade your future for momentary ease or social obligation. The more fiercely you guard your time, the more your focus sharpens, your productivity rises, and your path forward becomes clearer and unstoppable. The mindset shift from neediness to sovereignty is a profound transformation that redefines your relationship with yourself and the world around you. Neediness is born from a lack, a belief that you are incomplete without external validation, attention, or approval, and it chains you to others' moods, opinions, and decisions. Sovereignty, on the other hand, is the state of total ownership over your emotions, choices, and identity. It is the recognition that your worth and power are inherent and unshakable, independent of outside forces. This shift is not just mental, it rewires how you respond to challenges, setbacks, and relationships. Instead of clinging to outcomes or seeking reassurance, you stand firm in your own presence, grounded in self-trust and responsibility. Sovereignty means you no longer look outward for permission to exist or succeed. You give yourself that permission every day through your actions, your discipline, and your integrity. This internal authority frees you from the exhausting cycle of craving and disappointment, and replaces it with calm confidence and clarity of purpose. When you embody sovereignty, you become a force that others respect, not because you demand it, but because your energy radiates strength and self-possession. This mindset shift requires daily practice, catching yourself when neediness creeps in, questioning old stories that undermine your power, and recommitting to the idea that you are enough as you are. Sovereignty is the foundation of lasting focus and fulfillment. It is the mindset of a true warrior who commands their life from within, unshaken by external chaos or approval. Using solitude to recharge and reflect is a sacred practice that the modern Stoic warrior must reclaim in a world addicted to noise and constant stimulation. Solitude is not loneliness. It is a powerful tool for clarity, self-awareness, and mental reset, a deliberate withdrawal from external chaos to connect deeply with your inner world. When you embrace solitude, you create space to examine your thoughts, evaluate your actions, and realign with your highest values and goals. This practice sharpens your mind like a blade being honed, stripping away distractions and emotional clutter that cloud your judgment and drain your energy. In solitude, you face yourself without excuses or masks, learning to sit with discomfort, silence, and sometimes harsh truths that most avoid. But this confrontation is where true growth begins, because it forces you to confront the parts of yourself that resist change, weakness, or denial. Solitude also nurtures creativity and strategic thinking by giving your subconscious room to work without interruption, allowing new ideas and insights to emerge naturally. For the Stoic warrior, solitude is a form of self-discipline, a commitment to honor your mental health and maintain emotional balance. It teaches patience and resilience as you learn to be comfortable alone and find strength without external validation. When you consistently carve out time for solitude, you build a wellspring of inner peace and power that supports your focus, decision-making, and ability to face life's challenges with equanimity. The world will always try to fill your time with noise and distractions, but choosing solitude is choosing sovereignty, the ultimate act of self-respect and focus. The long game of persistence and patience is the final pillar of focusing on yourself. It is the unwavering commitment to growth and self-mastery that stretches far beyond immediate results or fleeting motivation. True focus is not a sprint fueled by bursts of energy or emotional highs. It is a marathon powered by steady, disciplined effort repeated day after day, year after year, regardless of external circumstances or inner doubts. The Stoic warrior understands that transformation takes time. Mountains are not moved overnight, and character is forged in the slow burn of consistent practice and resilience. Patience is not passive waiting, but an active endurance, a deliberate choice to stay the course even when progress is invisible or obstacles seem insurmountable. Persistence means showing up for yourself when it's hard, when the world tempts you to give up, when distraction whispers louder than purpose. This long-term focus builds deep roots of confidence and clarity, allowing you to navigate setbacks with grace and continue forward with steady resolve. Embracing the long game shifts your mindset from craving quick fixes to valuing the process itself, recognizing that every small act of discipline compounds into lasting power and freedom. When you commit to yourself with this kind of relentless patience, you become unstoppable, not because life always aligns in your favor, but because you have built a foundation of inner strength that no external force can shake. This is the mastery of focus, a lifetime dedicated to becoming the best version of yourself, rooted in clarity, resilience, and unbreakable will. Focusing on yourself is the greatest act of power you can offer your life. It demands courage, discipline, and relentless commitment in a world designed to scatter your attention and dilute your energy. The path of self-focus is not easy. It requires cutting through illusions of external validation, detaching from outcomes, and guarding your time with ruthless precision. It means building daily rituals that serve as anchors in chaos, shifting your mindset from neediness to sovereignty, and embracing solitude as a source of clarity and strength. Most importantly, it is a long game, a lifelong journey fueled by persistence and patience, where true transformation unfolds through steady, unyielding effort. When you commit to this path, you become the architect of your reality, the master of your mind, and the captain of your soul. Nothing outside your control can sway you, because your power is born within. If this message resonated, share your thoughts below. How do you focus on yourself amidst the noise? Subscribe and join a community dedicated to Stoic wisdom, emotional clarity, and strategic mastery of life. Remember, the most profound victories begin when you decide to focus on you. I'll see you in the next video.